Hi, I'm Grace.
And I'm Eck.
And this is Off the Duff.
So here in the U.S., we're coming up on our Thanksgiving holiday. So it's a day we get together, we talk about things that we're thankful and grateful for. So I'm glad we have that day to kind of reflect on those things. I think it's odd that we need a day set aside to be grateful. So I find that for myself, I like to constantly, daily think about what I'm grateful for. But that takes a lot of practice and a lot of perseverance and a very conscious effort to do that. So my question for you is, how do you cultivate your gratitude and how has that helped in your life?
Well, years ago, I was a very pessimistic and negative person. And so I started a daily gratitude practice a long, long time ago, probably maybe even 10 years ago now. And I actually made it a daily journaling practice where I would get up in the morning and kind of get ready for my day. And then as soon as I was sitting at a desk, I would take the time to at least list one thing that I was grateful for that day. A lot of times it turned out to be quite a few more things than that. I found that it started to shift my entire perspective on life. And I would find that sometimes when I was getting up in the morning, the first thing that I would think about was not, oh God, it's early, or what do I need to do today and things. And all of a sudden I would find myself thinking about, oh, what am I grateful for this morning? And I can remember one morning laying in bed and having that thought be the first thing that I thought of that day and thinking, oh my gosh, who the heck am I? I mean, this is a complete change from the person that I used to be. Even there are times when I will get away from it a little bit. And when that happens, lo and behold, my attitude starts shifting back again. And so I have to kind of re-up my practice. And so it's something that I really do think that if you're focusing on it and you make it part of your morning routine, it can really have a massive impact on how you view your whole entire world. And it also sets the tone for your day.
Yeah, I think so too. And I feel like also that not just being casually thankful for things, but like you say, that constant focused practice of being thankful for the things that you are thinking of, maybe not in the moment. Like, obviously if something good happens, you're thankful for it, but that you think of things that maybe aren't immediate in your life right now, but to remember to be grateful for those things. And then also, I feel like I'm able to recover later from that. So like if I have, let's say, a day that I feel like I need a pity party for myself, and I allow myself to do that because I know I can recover, because I know that even if I think, life sucks, I know it really doesn't suck because I've been cultivating this, gratitude along the way. So it just kind of gives me that, it's like an immune system, really. It's like I can get a little sick, but I know I'm not going to get deathly ill from it because I have this fallback where I know that at the base, I'm totally grateful for that.
When you cultivate a habit like that, then you do bounce back. It becomes your default state. And so even, if your default state is this place of gratitude and you dip below it, you're still likely to come back up, or at least near where you were before, because that habit will kick in and kind of help you course correct in a way. You're talking about some of the things that you're enduringly grateful for as opposed to just momentary gratitudes. And I think both have a real use. I think keeping a list of those enduring gratitudes is a really great thing to have, so that when you're in a downer place, and I completely agree, you have to feel what you feel. We all have moments of sadness, grief, disappointment, all of that, and those are valid emotions. But if you're having trouble getting yourself back to a place where you feel like you're on a more even keel, pulling out a list and just simply reading even 10 or 20 items of things that you're truly grateful for can really help shift you, back into a better frame of mind. And so I think really both practices are really, really valuable.
Yeah, and I think even not just the big things, because I think it's easy to remember that you're grateful. Everybody says, I'm grateful for my health, and you are, and you can individually think of the reasons why, but sometimes just being grateful for something teeny tiny, all those add up. And I like the idea of a list too, that you can go, oh, I'm grateful for this big thing, but also these little things. I'm grateful for puppies or whatever, and something, just something, because sometimes that's all you can muster up in a day is gratitude for something little. And I think that totally works.
When I'm teaching classes and we're talking about the concept of gratitude, I let my students know, there are days when I would get out of bed and things weren't going very well, and I was in a funk. And the only thing I could come up with, and I could show documented evidence of journal entries where I would have a day where I was like, today I'm grateful for hot water.
Yep.
That's it.
And sometimes
Because
that's
at
what
least-
it takes to get through.
Right. Well, I mean, sometimes that means, it reminds me that I have, as a, relatively privileged person living in the United States, I get to get up out of my bed, living indoors, and I get to step into a hot shower first thing in the morning. Not everyone on this planet can say that. And so, and if that's all I can be grateful for in that moment, at least it's gratitude. And
Exactly.
at least it's a really good reminder that not everybody else has it as well, as good as I do. And so I better freaking fix my attitude.
Right. It just builds that level of immunity to the stuff that does happen in life that can get you down. So,
Yep,
cool.
definitely.
Well, other than hot water, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for so many things. I mean, obviously, I think many people, not all at this time of year, but I'm very grateful for my family. I'm very grateful for a family that allows me to be who I am and doesn't expect me to be something else. And I'm also grateful that I have friends who I sort of count in that family who are the same. They allow me to be exactly who I am. Beyond that, I'm very grateful to be living in Oregon, where I feel like at least the area I live in Oregon, matches my own values. And I think that right now that really means a lot to me. So how about you? What are you grateful for this holiday season?
Well, all the time, I'm grateful for friends and family and the ability that I'm able to actually go and visit them and be with them, and my work allows me to do that, especially when friends come to visit. I'm so excited you're here. Woo! Yeah, so I am grateful that I'm able to come and visit friends and see people, and also do that as part of my job as well. It keeps me from being isolated, and so I'm just grateful that I'm able to see the people in my life that mean a lot to me, and not just to have them in my phone. And so I can get faces like that made of me. I'm so happy.
So why don't you tell us what you're grateful for? We would love to know.
Also, do you guys have like a routine that you do to cultivate your gratitude? Because it's about building that habit and building that base so that we're always grateful for goofy people like us.
Because it really does change the energy of your life. And when you have higher and better energy, then you have more energy to get off your duff.